Hi there gamers. So, you don't have to come in on Thursday morning for my session, you can do this work remotely. Now, I'm taking over your blended learning sessions now because I think blending traditional with digital is the future and I think it needs to be done well. So I'm going to be taking it over and I'm going to be, for the remainder of the course, giving you work in the blended learning sessions that show how well we can use this technique to help you learn. Because in industry you're going to be learning this way, using digital as well as traditional methods of learning. So I'm taking over, as I've said, blended learning sessions, and as you'll see in the Critical Thinker Google Classroom, I have posted this for you. In this week's session you need to prepare for your upcoming assignment. Now I introduced briefly your upcoming assignments, so I used the example of Charlie Brooker's How to Report the News to frame and the context and to give an idea of what you're going to be doing. You're going to be making a news report, reporting on a newspaper, magazine or website and how it connects with its audience. So before I give you the assignment now and before I go over the criteria, I want you to do some preliminary research and to start gathering some information. So that's what today's task is about really. Again, you can do this from home in my Thursday 9 to 11 session and in the blended learning sessions as well. You can develop this particular piece of work. It's important that you do because there won't be other times in my lessons to do it. So you can be finding out about how a media product connects with its audience for your next assignment, which will be given to you in a week or so's time. This is prep for that assignment. You're going to work in your news team to complete the following two tasks. Now, task one is to create a doc or slides in your Google Drive. Now, you've got unlimited Google Drive storage now, so click on New, Docs, which is Word of course, Google's equivalent, and Slides, which is their PowerPoint equivalent. Create a document or a presentation and share it with your teammates, and post images, print screens, stats, facts, data about who the audience is for your newspaper, magazine or website. This will be invaluable research when it comes to you doing your news report, having these cutaway graphics and information to cut to rather than just one of you sat in a suit behind a desk. It's going to be useful. I recommend you use YouGov Profiler as well. I will demonstrate. I've linked it beneath as always as well. So YouGov Profiler. So this collates information from social media throughout the UK or the US as it's currently default set to. We'll go back to UK settings here. If I run a search on newspaper, magazine or website, so one of you are talking about the Sun newspaper, so if I type in the Sun, you'll see it gives me the option for all these here. I'm going to go to the newspaper rather than the website. So this will collate often around about 1,000 people, almost 1,500 here, readers of the Sun and their social media profiles, to give me an overall view of who the audience is and their tastes, their interests, their psychology, their lifestyles, their hobbies. So this is, for marketers, wonderful. They love this because they can see how better to sell products to people. You can see the quite right-leaning politics of the Sun readers, not that surprising really for some of you. Who the average audience is, where they tend to live primarily, their disposable income each month, their lifestyle, so what they are into, hobbies, interests, sports, personality based on what they talk about on social media, brands, entertainment, online, media, all these different categories. This is a goldmine of research for you in this assignment, so I heartily recommend you get involved with YouGov Profiler. So that's task one. In your teams, complete the following tasks. Task one is to create a doc or slides giving me information about who the audience is. Use YouGov Profiler, use other sites as well. Find out who the audience is. Task two then is to create an infographic about your chosen newspaper, magazine or website. So I've linked you to Pictochart here underneath. Pictochart's really nice, intuitive, elegant, online, free software for you to make an infographic. So I recommend you use this, but if you'd rather use PowerPoint or Illustrator or something more sophisticated, perfectly fine for you to do that. I'd rather you used something like Pictochart as it's quite simple and ideal for this particular task. The reason you're doing this is to create graphics that will find a home in your news report, your assessed assignment, which will be coming soon. So quite useful. I think you'll agree. So, these are the 2 tasks. On Thursday, you do not need to come in to college for 9 till 11. You have to come into your lessons after, but the 9 to 11 session you do not have to come in. You can work on this remotely. So collaborate with your teammates. Task 1, create a doc or slides and share information about your newspaper, magazine or website audience. Task 2, create an infographic about your chosen newspaper, magazine or website using Pictochart. Evidence will be asked for in my next lecture. If I speak to you in your next lecture and you haven't done anything, then I'll mark you as absent on that particular lecture. Fair warning. So, I want to trust you as professional, creative media types that you are to work on this and to make progress. Any questions, please reach out to me. One more thing before I go. On Facebook, I posted this earlier on, some of you have seen, in our group and also on my page. It's about Southampton Solent University and they Get in the Game Careers Talk Tour 2016. Really interesting things going on at Southampton Solent University on Saturday. Great guest speakers, great goodie bags. If you're genuinely keen to be someone who makes games rather than just consumes games, then I recommend you get involved. Free tickets, I've linked you to there. Eventbrite, so I'll give you the ticket on your phone. You just show the phone to people when you go up to Solent, and they're expecting a lot of BCOT media students. And I know for a fact that Southampton Solent are very keen to take on games development students and creative media students, and they will give us a little bit of allowance as well and a bit of leeway in terms of UCAS points because they want our students. So get involved, recommend it wholeheartedly. There's another one on Wednesday as well, 30th of November 2016. So need help getting travel up there, or you need to go with somebody else, let us know and we'll help to accommodate that. There's an event this Saturday and also Wednesday the 30th of November. Any questions, let me know.